Here we go with another dozen products fundamentally designed to prevent you from doing anything significant. Shadowed the demon castle of Uwe. Okay, now here's a rogue. Someone played Caves of Cud and was like, I can do that. Okay, very, very Japanese. Are they Japanese, though? And I suppose is the question. If you haven't played Caves of Cud, I'd highly recommend it as an actual rogue game. It's insanely good, and the writing is really good. This writing looks very basic, but similar presentation, and yeah, a throwback to 1985. With a focus on stealth combat and long term planning, Shadowed offers 6 unique classes, 201 perks, and a heavy emphasis on level and enemy design. Synergistic and brutal in both style and difficulty, Shadowed is a traditional roguelike. It's a traditional rogue. It's not roguelike at all. You actually nailed it. Experience like no other. Well, I don't know. It's kind of like all those other rogues that came out in the late 80s, early 90s. But okay. This one came out on the 16th of August, 2025, from Lab Rabbit Games Limited, because they are serious about the business. Self published, $20.79 is the asking price. Blending elements both old and new, Shadowed the Demoned Castle of Ue is a unique medieval Japanese take on the tradition of games like Angband and NetHack and Rogue and all those other classics. So you know that this developer is probably 60. They have to be, right? Or they're a real young hipster. The basics of Shadowed are simple, but the resource management, build decisions, and brutal status effects are not. With unique enemies and costly abilities, Shadowed aims to provide a tactical experience rather than one based purely on game knowledge. What's the difference? If your decisions in the game are based fully on the transparent knowledge that the game presents to you, it's 100% a tactical. Okay, whatever. They read a game design book once. I understand game theory. I read a book about it. Okay, anyways, I get it. Long term decision making, interesting levels. Again, bold claims with over 4 groundbreaking level generation algorithms. So, 5. Again, this idiocy of using this over. With 5 groundbreaking level generation algorithms, unique roguelite style events and choices, and special features like optional one way teleports and center vaults, exploration in Shadowed is always varied and rewarding. I'm sure it is. You know, I fired up Hades yesterday because I played that rogue like that we saw, I guess, a couple episodes ago, where you're a drummer in hell. And that game kills you immediately after the tutorial. And this seems to be a favored tactic of inexperienced asshole developers to throw the player into an untenable situation because it happened to them once at the start of Demon Souls. If you're good enough in any Souls like, you can beat that stupid boss that they throw at you at the beginning to kill you. It gives you a chance to see how well grounded you are with the mechanics at that point, whether you've paid attention during the tutorial, whether you have patience enough to try to beat those bosses. You can do it. People have help. Happy Hob has played the entire Souls like franchise back to back without getting hit and leveling up at all. So come on, don't tell me you can't do it. It is possible. But there is a certain thread in development where developers will throw you into a room full of bullshit that just kills you. And I despise that. It's the worst possible thing. A really, really good roguelike design will at least give you a chance on your first run to complete it. That's how you know the game is balanced and the game is well designed. Like most roguelikes aren't. They just throw a bunch of shit into a soup and let you snowball your build into oblivion. And then somehow gamers get off on this. I don't understand it at all. I'm not that generation of gamer. It just doesn't interest me. But anyways, Hades is a very, very good example of an extremely well designed roguelike. Anyways, stealth gameplay, no gotchas, RNG, random number generation, is always a factor in roguelikes. Or is that random number god? I can't remember. But in Shadowed, you may examine an enemy to see what it's capable of at any time. And you always know exactly how far away bosses and rests are, and the level exits are always placed in a consistent pattern. There's a prep system, strong class fantasy. You've got Ninjas, Ronin, On Myoji. This is definitely a Western developer, right? Ue is pronounced Ue. Shadowed is available in both English and coming soon in Japanese. Yeah, but they're not Japanese. All right, well, whatever. GG. As soon as ChatGPT can figure it all out. Now, the reason that Caves of Cud stands out, and the reason that Rogue stands out too, is because the writing is excellent, and I don't see any example of any interesting writing. They just sort of made these random level generations. The idea is to kill the enemies rather than experience a story. That's what it looks like to me. Anyways, no demo, no way to find out. Malmo, Scorched Earth. Okay, here's your. Oh, that's kind of cool. That technique that was made most famous in Max Payne, classic photographic textures. I've missed this look. But what is this? It is looking pretty sloppy though. Malmo Northern Lights, Sweden. It's a Swedish shooter. Malmo Scorched Earth is an open world, fast paced first person shooter. The goal get rid of the parasitic zombie population in the entirety of southern Sweden and loot the city from up to down. Go fast with the Source Engine inspired bunny hopping system. What? Came out on the 15th of August from Potato underscore Milky Presents and published by Potato underscore Milky. It's free. Why? An Iraqi gun dealer named Abdul Aziz finds a supplier named Simon in Malmo, Sweden, in which a forced signage of a binding contract turns a simple gun deal into a nightmare scenario for Abdul Aziz. This game's movement is heavily inspired by CSGO's and Half-Life's Source Engine-based bunny hopping. I've always loved this type of movement, and adapting it to an open-world game was a blast. Slay 300 zombies, loot them for scrap and aluminum, and then they're going to talk about the scrap later. Loot stashes, level up your character, you get extra speed, a much faster emergency health output. Think Far Cry's health regen. Okay. And Scrapper makes random piles of scrapper on the map output much more scrap than usual. Beat the 6 missions. I mean, if you want to, it's optional after all. But you know, there's something about Northern European humor that just rubs me the wrong way. It's just dry and cringe. I don't know what it is. The Western humor is so much wetter and interesting and doesn't make me want to fucking gouge my ears out every time I hear a joke. I don't know. That's just me, though. Indulge in the mini games around the map, buy and sell in the game's huge market. After doing all that, get the hell out of there. All right. Features are almost endless. No, it looks like you got the list right here. Incredibly fast movement, 16 weapons, and a complex weapon jamming system. Oh, that's always fun when your weapon jams mid game. Leveling up, buying and selling guns and ammo, 19 Steam integrated achievements, multiple minigames, massive map, and it's free. Yeah, I'm just not, I'm starting to just not trust these developers that put their games up for free. He could have charged 99 cents for this and put out a demo. You know what I'm saying? They didn't do it because they're lazy, or this game somehow uses your CPU cycles to mine cryptocurrency. I just don't know. I don't trust it. Vigil. When is this? Temu Five Nights at Freddy's? Is that what it is? We've got Five Nights at Freddy's at home. Is that what it is? A kid who grew up playing Five Nights at Freddy's and got okay. Vigil is a short narrative horror game that takes place in an unsettling underground factory. It's not unsettling when you've seen it 600 times. It's just not. Your job is to dispose of boxes, however, you're not alone. The terrifying automaton roams the facility, moving only when you look away or when you blink in real life. How does it know that? Came out on the 15th of August from a Singularity Studio, self-published, is free. The game is best experienced with a webcam, so that's okay. Yeah, expose your webcam to this person. Yeah, nice. I'm gonna do that right away. Uh-huh. So that's the unique thing. I mean, it is kind of interesting that they do that. There's a blink mechanic, real life blinking detection via webcam, alternative keyboard based blinking mechanic for non, excuse me, webcam players. A terrifying weeping angel inspired enemy that responds to your actual blinks. Okay, I mean, I'd be curious to try it out, but I don't really want to expose my webcam to an indie, so you go ahead and try. Stomach. We're in the stomach now, boys. Here it is, lo-fi indie with that aliased pixel filter over top of the camera, and it's instead of a flashlight, you've got a Zippo. Stomach is a first person survival horror cooking game located in a cruise ship with PlayStation 1 inspired graphics. I actually hooked up my PlayStation 1 over the weekend to an HDMI router. It looks great. Looks fucking nothing like this. Those games actually had effort put into them. Your task is to read a food order, search for food ingredients, and make it back safely to the kitchen to cook your ingredients before time runs out. Came out on the 15th of August from Vertical Fish Studios, self published. It is free again. Why? Why is it free? So there's three complete levels, 30 to 45 minutes of focused, replayable tension, six interactive cooking minigames, escalating jump scares, horror through the routine. I get that every day at my job. I'm good. No combat, no scavenger hunt, just you, a ticking clock, and a kitchen that never feels safe. The only thing on your mind, no matter what you might see or hear, you must cook. I was a line cook once with a bunch of ex convicts. You want to talk about a kitchen that never felt safe? This ain't it. Pantheon. You spelled that wrong. Medusa the Mortal Gorgon. Looks like a girl I went out with in college. Okay, it's a card battler. Is it an auto card battler sort of thing? All right. I do kind of like the soft presentation. It reminds me a bit of Musha. A single player deck building card game where mythologies unite. Construct your deck with the deities, followers, artifacts, and blessings from Greek, Norse, and Japanese legends. Overcome each site's threshold through clever strategy, powerful combos, and unique card synergies. Came out on the 15th of August from Raja, self published. They actually want you to pay for this one. It's $11.79. And strategic deck building sites with rules and risks. Okay, so where you play matters. There's a play board on this that has effects. So there's deck building, three mythologies at launch with more to come later. Site-based battles, aspect-driven strategies. Align your deck with 15 powerful aspects like war, light, or trickery to unlock new synergies. Favor exchange system. Obtain new cards at sacred grounds to evolve your deck. Okay. Whether you're into mythology, tactical gameplay, or just want a break from competitive matchmaking. See, this is it, the brain rot. You just think the kids are sitting around playing Marvel Rivals and League of Legends, which a lot of them are. Those are the kids that are destined to probably not do so well in school or life in general. Text only version. Huh? For screen reader? What do you mean? This is developed, this is copy. This is what, oh, I guess nobody's reading anymore, right? I'm the only one. Is that it? Strategic deck building. Okay, that's just all this. Fine, and we get it. No demo, no sale. Subterra. You might think I'm harsh with that rule, but boy, oh boy, does it save me a ton of time. Let me tell you something, son. If your game doesn't have a demo and I can't try before I buy without having to exploit Steam's refund system, I mean, come on now. What are we talking about? I got like 30 years left at best. Okay, I'm not going to waste my time checking out your game and refunding it. It's just, I'm not. I'm not even going to bother watching a live streamer stream it or a YouTube video on it. Bro, if the copy doesn't sell me, I ain't sold. I'm old school like that. All right, Subterra is a first person psychological horror game set deep underground. As a maintenance worker, your job is to fix a broken water line at the end of tunnel 04 R. Enter the tunnel, repair the pipe, and get out. Yeah, sounds like a thrill ride. Laugh a minute. Came out on the 15th of August from Artscape, self published. It is free. Why? Okay, I get it. It's inspired by the Backrooms. Is it? There's not much liminal about this. It looks just like a standard underground subway or tunnel system. Immersive experience. Immersive, bro. Get immersed. Realistic graphics and spatialized audio create a truly immersive. Bold claims. If it's not, can I sue you? I mean, I guess I can always refund the game, right? Experience guaranteed to make you feel like you're really 50 feet under. But we used to be able to sue people for false advertising to prevent them from doing it in the future, right? To punish people for being assholes. Unravel a mystery. Keep an eye out. Locations. Your job may be down a manhole, but you'll discover much more than just maintenance tunnel. It contains loud noises, flashing lights, and material that may be disturbing to some individual. Yeah. Disturbed. I am disturbed. I'm good again. I'm just going to not trust these free games anymore. Jojon Wick. The hell? Okay. Fighting game. You're fighting against Agent 47 here. You're not going to win. Maybe you are. What is What is this? You've got two characters, one location, which looks like an office, and some fighting action. It's a tech demo. It's not even a tech demo. It's someone put together some asset packs in Unreal and slopped it onto Steam to waste my time. He just wanted his cat back. Now everyone's getting punched. Plays Joe John Wick, a legendary brawler on a rampage after a corrupt official's spoiled son steals his beloved cat. In this hilarious fighting game, battle through enemies, flashing combos, and over the top action, justice is coming. Just slop. That's all it is. Came out on the 1st of July from Nom Nom Studio, self published. It's free for whatever reason. Arcade style 3D fighting story mode, unique enemies, a bunch of bodyguards. I only saw one. Unlockable moves and costumes, voice acted dialogues with serious. It's meme slop. That's what it is. That's what we call this. Good luck. Reverse fishing. Huh? All right, you're a lo fi, low poly fish in a strange world. What are we doing here? Uh huh. Congratulations, you are now a fish. However, you've been caught and taken from the ocean. Your goal is to flip, flop, and flail across 5 levels on your journey back to the ocean. Someone played I Am a Fish once and was like, I can do that. You couldn't. Sorry to spoil the tension. Came out on the 16th of August from Doug, self published. They managed to claim that name. You know, maybe being a game developer on Steam is the last place where you can actually claim your name. They want 6 of 49 for it. Well, at least they're charging money for this. Isn't it wild to see the disparity between people that are slopping stuff up for free and people who actually try to make a go of it business wise? My goal was to make this game easier compared to the average rage game. Oh, okay. It's a rage type game. You charge up your flop and then you flop. And if you flop down, yeah. His goal was to make it easier. They didn't want to bother putting in the effort it takes to design a proper level. You know why Bennett Foddy is so good at doing what he does and why how he spawned the whole genre is because there is so much intricate design in his games where you when you slip up, it ruins your whole life. These games, eh, as I feel many of the games have become practically unbeatable for the average person. That's the whole point. I want people to be able to beat this game. You just might get a bit frustrated doing so. So, like every game, it's like the any game design theory. My first ever game. Bro, you should have done this 40 more times on your own and then released something on Steam for money. You don't put your first game on. What are we talking about here? Case blind stolen route. A bunch of people in garbage bags. Who's this? Mercenary man? Okay. Your flashlight's a bit bright. There's a lot of bloom on stuff here. Russian designed, Russian developed. Kind of get that sense. Or Ukrainian or somewhere. Eastern Europe. A horror game about escaping from a mysterious place after a chilling encounter in the woods. Describing 650,000 titles that now live on Steam. Explore, stay quiet, and make tough choices as you search for a way out. Came out on the 25th of July from Audric, self published. It's free. There you go. A ride home turns into a nightmare you never asked for, kind of like the Discovery Queue. This is a nightmare I never asked for. I was expecting just reams of creative energy to inspire my day, fuel me. Instead, it's just turning me into a bitter piece of shit. Atmospheric storytelling, sure. Explore and interact. Tense audio design, stealth survival, and choices that matter. This is the only choice that matters. Next, you and I. Samurai Pirate. A or D. What is this? Smash or pass? It's got full motion video. Is this, what is this? Is this a gay thing? You and I is an interactive film where you guide Mark, lost deep in the woods with his friend Ace. However, the more time you spend together, the stranger the two become. Came out on the 28th of July from Juan Ablan. It's free. Again, why? It's a comedic, abstract, full motion video game that offers a choose your own adventure style narrative. Navigating through the woods takes between 15 minutes to 1 hour. Okay, so their relationship is fracturing. Two choice decision system, skippable replays, and plentiful endings in quotes here. As the forest path unfolds and reality begins to lose meaning, where will you find yourself? How will you view Ace? How will you view Mark? Who are they together? Hmm. Well, I'm a little curious to see how this was executed, how well it flows, and is supposed to get weird. Um, uh, this could you have at least charged 99 cents for it and made a demo? I don't know. All right, I'll check it out. Doop doop doop. Hardest. It's the hardest, bro. Rock paper scissors. 3 points to win. Is that what we've come down to? Just playing rock paper scissors with your moe girlfriend. Good lord, this person was raised on anime and manga. Now it's wrecked them permanently for human interpersonal relationships. Rock, paper, scissors card game roguelike. Stop time, summon tsunamis, with bubble guns, feed cards to mimic, collect rare negative cards. Came out on the 1st of July from Rockwell. Self published, it gets free. They're all free. Drag cards forward to play them, get 3 points to win, hold the card in hand to read its effect. I made this game with Godot 4. If you want to get inspired, I made the code repository public, so you can just look or reuse the code in your own projects. My GitHub name is Horrid Parlor, and Hardest is the name of the project. In the README, there's link to the Google Drive folder with the game assets. I have linked as the website of this game the card gallery I created for the game on my website, basically to be used as a database for the cards, also has high quality images of the cards. Well, did you know? Well, kudos for talking in the first person there. I'm good. Bro, try reading some literature and then making 30 more of these, and you might have something. By bait or by bullet? Okay. Once, here or there, was a fisherman bear. The bear reeled with his might, but what was out of sight? The thing, you think poetry is easy to write, and then you just read some shit poetry and you realize, actually, no, it's hard, it's difficult. I should know, I've been trying my whole life to write a proper poem. By Bait or by Bullet is a bombastic 2D fishing roguelite adventure with both story rich top down exploration and action packed platforming combat, made with Unity and available on Windows and through WebGL. This line of copy means fucking nothing to 99% of the people who are reading it. Came out on the 25th of April from Jody Genu 3, the fascist hazelnut, that guy for 2415, Dr. What the KX Pubistrasky Diebler 123, Swordlock, Happy Red Rocker, Golden underscore Iris 22, Dreamcat Chef 96 Weeb, Kendon K, VCXZY2, 96 Weeb, credited twice. Avery B3596, Beluvbug, Alberta Tross, I am made love to love. I am made to love, and Tang HC. Published by Small Spawn Studios. What is this? A bunch of people on Discord just decided to get together and slop a game together. It's free because, of course, it is. Okay, it's bombastic. We saw that. Converse with a curious collection of characters, play a fishing minigame, dive into battle against 3 fearsome limbs of a great interdimensional octopus. My bait or bullet does not feature any controls or input configuration, just so you know. We couldn't figure that out between the 12 of us. The fuck? WASD to move around, press E to interact. There's fishing, there's combat, there's audio, it's got difficulty, and there's video. Disclaimer, these features were not fully implemented. We did not remove it in hopes that this limited version can still help those who need/prefer it. You were able to do video options, but you couldn't handle key remapping, bro. And the bugs. There are, to our knowledge, currently no actions the player can take that crash the game. Sounds like a challenge. You can enter combat without a weapon equipped, making it impossible to deal damage. In the full game, the current plan is to force the player to take the starter gun. Sorry, in the full game? This is not the full game? What is this? Some skeezy demo trick of yours? Ah, bro. No. 18,563 games have been viewed. You have yourself a fantastic day.